Hello, hello, hello. How's everybody doing? Akia's Opinions, Carrie Lawson, Betty Joe. It's been a weird day today. Lots of happenings in these YouTube streets and everywhere else. What's up, Katie? So much to talk about, but so little time. Cause at midnightish, what's up, Miss T. Riley? At midnightish, little man will be getting his birthday cupcake. As tomorrow is going to be his 4th birthday. God, I'm tired, y'all. Today was his show out day. Woo. Right, happy birthday, little man. He's gonna be the big 4. I guess 04, we'll say. He wore Nene's slap now about today. And his honey. And now when Mama gets home, he wants to act all sweet and innocent. It was a rough one today. Everything he couldn't want to. He just celebrating his birthday early. Thank you. He's celebrating his birthday early because he thought today was his birthday. It was all about what he wanted in his mind. He can't want to mind. He can't want to. He just can't want to. That kills me. That I can't want to. Thank you, guys. Hopefully he'll be able to enjoy a nice little birthday party here at home. Even though fungulitis season is over, I guess technically it seems, even though lots of people have it. I did have to do a negative test because of the symptoms I've been having. I mean a rapid test which came back negative. Sorry, it was just lighting a little Palo Santo to cleanse. No, Mom, I like that Betty Joe. His favorite response is, I can't want to. Not I don't want to, but I can't want to. Kills me. Well, Charles, I might sound like what's her name from Missing But Not Forgotten, but I'm not her. And never have been. If you go back and look, even in recent videos where I was doing the Red Cross thing, you see me and I look nothing like her, and I live nowhere near her. And I don't steal people's work, I credit them. But other than that, how you doing, Charles? How you doing? What's up, Miss Kay? What's up? How you doing? Oh. So just, anyway, I lit some Palo Santo. Thank you again, Miss Holly, for the early birthday gift. Just doing a cleanse. You good, Charles? Listen, if that bothers me, I couldn't be on YouTube. Kills me. I'm gonna go on a little itty bitty rant, y'all, for a moment. It kills me to hear people saying the true crime genre is the only place this happens on YouTube. Y'all must not watch nothing else on YouTube. There's was it Squidgy and Grubs or Squiggly and Grubs? It's a couple that are married, and he's got an illness and is in a wheelchair. They even got trolls and get hate mail. I just don't understand this world. Like, what's wrong with people? But whatever floats your boat, I guess everybody needs something to make them happy. And if talking junk and whatever makes you feel better about yourself, well, hell, I guess go ahead. It ain't gonna bother me. I got a thick skin. But while you're talking junk, make sure you just hit the thumbs up, because I took it with a smile. Let's see. So, happenings in the YouTube streets. Miss Katie Kitty done said something about it. So, yeah. Looks like Ernie got arrested for receiving stolen property, I think. Exactly, Betty Joe. People ain't happy unless they talking smack. Tell them go home and talk that smack to their mama, because apparently she made them mad when they was little. As far as I can tell. But yeah, it seems Ernie got arrested today. Oh, Katie, I'm so not even commenting on who that is. But I did see, what's up, sir? I did see where they were claiming that Ernie was set up. Listen, you can make the van act crazy if you want to, but you can't make somebody run up and down the yellow lines. That's all I got to say on that one. I mean, it ain't even worth it. Yeah, that's not all she said. I know, Carrie. Yeah, his brain chip and all that mess. Whatever. Show us an x-ray. Right, can't help people didn't get what they... As my mama used to say, Betty Joe, somebody must have licked all the red off their candy. That's why they became trolls. But, and Katie, if they want to raise money for his bond and lawyer, then so be it. You know, let them do what they do. If somebody wants to spend their money to bond out Ernie, then hell, y'all made it and spend it on what you want. See, that's where I guess I'm different from other people. I don't give a shit what people do with their money. I feel like you made it. If you want to make a pile in your front yard and set the shit on fire and dance around it and shake your booty, then I say shit, do the best job you can do at it. Yeah, right, Betty Joe. Candace done got a long list of jilted men recently. Seems like you around her, you go to jail, the FBI visits you. Just saying, if you were male. I don't know, Katie. See, people ask me about Beanie all the time. I know less about Beanie than half the creators out here. Not because I got beef or a problem with him or nothing, but you know, we just basically co-workers. We live in different states. We have different life philosophies and thoughts, and but I can be an adult and agree to disagree and don't feel like I gotta fight him or argue with him or beef with him because he thinks differently than I do. I think it's his right to feel however he feels. Let's see. And in other YouTube news, right, Betty Joe, warning. In other YouTube streets news, John Grimes has now decided to not, I repeat, not do the documentary on Chase. I don't really want to put words into his mouth about why he chose to or not to. He did a live stream about it. I watched it. I was in there. I commented. A couple people were not so nice about it, but oh well. Again, somebody just licked the red off their candy, and they ain't happy in life. Some people need to learn to stop. My message for today is to tell you, stop, smell the roses, and enjoy the small things in life. And you'd be amazed at what you find. Like, for real, all the people out there talking shit about me or having something bad to say about me, it don't bother me. It bothers my family more than it bothers me. Why? Because what they eat don't make me shit. And if nobody don't understand that, I'll say it again. No, he wasn't fooled, Katie, at all. At all. And I agree with what he feels. There's good people on both sides. And bad people on both sides. And at the end of the day, the people that still believe in Chase, even knowing what he has pled guilty to and been convicted of and been charged with and all that, and what's been shown and proven, still support him vehemently. And still will support him and find a way to pick apart anything that John would produce. So why waste his time on that, you know? What's up? You gotta be kidding me, aka Crafting with Amy. Why the name change? And stopping doing crafting on YouTube. Normally I'm crafting while I'm talking to y'all. It's part of the reason I don't have the camera on, because I look crazy with my hair and a top knot on top of my head and a glue gun in my hand or Mod Podge or acrylics. But I started when I called it Fungalitis Crafts, because I said while we were on quarantine in the house, I started doing crafting and painting and sketching and stuff again. But I felt like we was getting all them boxes from Amazon and such that I might as well do something with them rather than, you know, add more trash. John did have a really good reason. Little man's birthday is tomorrow, and at midnight we're gonna do a little mini cupcake smash. That's his mama's doing. I didn't come up with that idea. I won't take credit. But just a little mini family celebration before we are overrun by a bunch of 2 to 10-year-olds tomorrow. So I probably won't be I know, right? That's what I say, Katie. She off tomorrow. She can deal with it. But I probably won't be doing a live stream or uploading a video tomorrow, just because tomorrow gonna be all about him day. I'm just listening to the conversation in my house. I was eavesdropping just now. I just got busted eavesdropping. And I won't, let's see. I did a lot of reflection on the Jose interview. And what I feel may not be the most popular thoughts. But it's kind of real, y'all. You know, I'm not going to say the man didn't lose his job and he ain't homeless. What I am going to say is the people involved in this case, and I mean involved in the Summerwells case, whether it's neighbors, family, friends, parents, relatives, whatever, it seems like they have like one of three prerequisites: SA, committed against them, or them committing it, some type of involvement to SA. Drug or alcohol addiction, and now mental hospitals. And I say more than one because the media manager guy, I've gotten emails about it. I hadn't spoke on it, and I see that other creators are talking about it, so I feel like, well, it's not something that I'm going to be the one to put it out there. But I do know Candace told the truth for once. And I've been contacted by several people that know this man, one of which knows him from the mental hospital. That the Tim Mullins guy has been hospitalized on more than one occasion for mental issues. I love that saying, Teresa, by the way. See something, hear something, say something. That's the one I was looking for that one day. Because so many people don't report stuff to DSS. And people are like, well, I didn't report it because what if I was wrong? What if you were right and you didn't report it? What if some child is being SA'd or beaten and you didn't report it because you were afraid of being involved in drama or you were afraid of being wrong? To me, that what if outweighs the other what ifs. And that's the problem in this case. So many people have spoke out talking crap about Candace and Don and what they did or didn't do for their kids, or how they treated them, or what they saw happen. But how many of y'all actually did something? And Allie can say, yeah, I reported it to CPS. Yep, you did. After y'all had an argument and a problem. After you no longer wanted to go up there and hang out and screw around. After you decided certain stuff was a problem. But you had this enough problems with what they were doing, and you'd seen and heard, to make a CPS report, right? But you still allowed your children to leave with the people you reported to CPS. So what the hell does that say about you? And then on Jose, let me say this. He lived there 4 weeks. That felt like 6 months. Or 6 weeks that felt like 6 months. I can understand that to a point. He had Summer's age wrong. The story he told about when he met her and her just walking up and shaking his hand and introducing herself and stuff, I don't believe that. And I've thought about so much. And this is nothing personal. Jose may be the realest person out there, and he may be, the king savior of all children, okay? Not accusing him of doing anything to a child. What I am saying is, it's awful weird that Andrew comes out and gets asked questions about Jose, and then Jose's found saying he just got out of Albany mental hospital. There's an Albany, New York, but there's another Albany in Georgia too. But none of them are out of the states. Not even out of the continental U.S. And whether you were there 6 weeks or 6 months, you were there. You saw that the bathroom didn't have an effing door. Don't break my effing door was not a problem when you went to the bathroom. You saw that. Who did you call for help? And I realize you're saying that you have mental issues too. Okay? But they didn't preclude you from telling Don he shouldn't be showering with his child. And then you as a stranger removed the child. A strange man. Let me just let that marinate for just a minute. You're saying it's not appropriate for a grown man to be showering with his daughter. That's his blood. But it is appropriate for you to be seeing it because there's no doors there and to say something. See, Betty Joe, exactly. And what made me think that way was I thought back about Little Man and how he would act or react, how he acts and reacts when he's just met somebody brand new. It takes him time to warm up to even speak. He might be peeking at you from behind somebody's leg or the couch or the chair or the door, peeking at you, watching you. But he don't run up and speak to you and say, he looks nice. Does that even sound like what a child would say? He looks nice. He looks good. Whatever. Makes no damn sense. And if she was doing that, then that's another indication that something was going on inappropriate. Sometimes you can get caught up in all the little YouTube BS and hype and forget to think with common sense. And I think that's what's happened to a lot of us. We've got caught up and we've not thought with common sense. Common sense says that you don't say certain shit about your kid. I think that Allie and Andrew and Jose speaking out, just like I think about Benny and Ernie, are all smoke and mirrors to keep people from looking directly at what we should be looking directly the fuck at. For somebody that we know has told multiple lies to us to get on the damn TV channel and broadcast and think that we're ignorant enough to believe you. Y'all shouldn't tell lies. I don't ever lie. I'm not capable of lying. The fuck you mean? Lie is all you've done. Your name should be Candace Lie, not Bly. The fuck out of here with the dumb shit. And then again, I look at it and I think, if we believe his story, he was running from something, away from something in New York. Whatever. He rides all the way down here with a whole bunch of people. And in a chair in the back of a U-Haul. Now, he says they had a whole bunch of stuff, and it was jam-packed, but you were able to sit in a chair in the back of the Utah and the doors be secured. And U-Haul, whatever. Again, makes no sense. You ride down here with a bunch of people that decide within 3 hours they're going the fuck back where they come from. No drug run. No trafficking. If we believe you. And then we also supposed to believe that you literally just met Allie through her baby daddy and are ready to go stay with her or a friend that you don't know from a can of paint. You don't know neither one of these people from a can of paint, but you're going to move in and stay with them. And you get to motherfucking 110 Ben Hill Road where you gonna stay, and you see that clusterfuck of a mess, and are comfortable and not freaked out, and go lay down and put your stuff up and chill. And we're supposed to believe there was no drugs nor alcohol involved in making that decision. And then on the other end, we got Allison and Candace. Allison, who feels a little more secure in knowing you because you are friends with her baby daddy. He stayed at Ben Hill. Nobody ever went to Allie's, and everybody has said that from day one. They're not allowed. I told y'all last night. She's on Section 8. I don't know if it's Grand Bun or Alley that the house is rented in to or whatever, but they can't have company like that. It's just against the rules, and somebody will snitch and tell on you, and you will lose your Section 8 like nobody's business. But Allie, who's the mom of at least 3, because there's the daughter True, the son H, and the younger child that we don't hear nothing about. And Candace, who has 4 children in the home at the time. They don't know Jose from Hello. What's up? Just roll with it. They don't know him from Hello to Goodbye. But you gonna turn around and a man you just met less than 5 minutes ago, put him in your vehicle and carry him back to your house and let him stay with you. He could be a fucking serial killer for all y'all knew. And I'm not saying that Jose is. I'm not downing him. I'm saying as a parent looking at the situation and what we're being asked to believe and told, this is what I see. That is a problem for me. And should be a problem for anybody who is got children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, little sisters, little brothers, whatever. You gonna bring a strange ass man in there and let him live with you. And this is not hearsay, because that's one thing that everybody damn well agrees on in the situation, is that he went and stayed there. I mean, hello, we have a police report to verify that he was the fuck there. Well, Patty, I think me and you are on the same page with that. I don't think that they directly had anything to do with Summer being missing, but I do think that they have stuff to hide, just like I've said about the parents, and even if it's not something directly about the case, when you act and react like you have something to hide, it's because you do. Right, Betty Joe? I mean, who does that? Who just meets somebody and takes them back to your home when you don't know them and the people that introduced you don't know them, and takes them back to your home to live where you have 4 children and your friends 2 or 3 children? That, to me, as a parent, is definitely, at the very least, poor decision making. At the minimum. And like I said, I'm not saying Jose's a good dude. I'm not saying that he's a bad dude. I'm just saying that although his story makes better sense than some stories we've heard and been told, it still don't make good sense. Bruh, you stayed there for 6 weeks, and you know the whole life story of Candace, her grandma, and Dawn. You know all about all the children and their likes and dislikes. And you stated unequivocally that you have been clean and sober since you got out. But then you said you was drinking and almost a raging alcoholic. That's not clean and sober. Just saying. I say it all the time. You can't be a little bit pregnant. You either are sober or you're not. There's no gray area there. But what am telling us that he was allowed to come and take his stuff and stay there after just meeting them makes him believable about the gas station dude and stuff. Yeah, there is no in between on that one. And I agree, Katie. I believe he watched YouTube. I think he embellished. And I think he would have been better off to just tell the truth. It would have looked better on him to have just told the truth, even if the truth wasn't pretty. See, I think that's been the problem with everybody who is a person of interest and everybody who is involved in this case directly. And I don't mean YouTubers. I'm talking about the people in the case. That they're worried about telling something in a way that puts them in the best light. And that's the dumbest shit you can do, because it makes you look like a liar. Yeah, they all need to come forward and tell the truth. And stop playing games with this little girl's life. I still feel in my heart of hearts that Summer is still with us. Even with it having been said that by certain individuals that she's not coming back, and let me ask this. When we go back and look early on in this case, before October, early on, and you see what TBI is saying on their page. You hear the statements that Leslie Earhart made. And it seems that the no foul play, no evidence of abduction. Well, that just leaves one thing, really. Because an accident cover-up would be foul play, because the foul play is the cover-up. That leaves that Summer was not being properly watched, and she walked away down a path and got lost and possibly stuck or hurt somewhere, or somebody picked her up. And what I don't understand is, as of a parent of a missing child, if I knew law enforcement, based on the clues and the job that they're used to doing all the time, was leaning towards my child walking off and either gotten stuck or lost in the woods somewhere type ish, I would have been out searching them damn woods. All around through there. I wouldn't be sitting on YouTube, meeting new men friends, making a wish list, and partying and drinking. Exactly, Katie. You don't look for something, you know where it's at. I'm not going to keep looking for my light switch. I know where the hell it's at. It's on my wall. Well, we had it put when we bought the house. I just feel like that even though it seems like Jose and Andrew, it's like against each other, with Allie cheering her two exes on the sideline. Everything in this case turns back to money and power. Every person, every incident, everything leads to money and power. And let's think about it. If you sat out to do whatever you did, to somehow get money and prevent yourself from going to jail because of a crime you may or may not have committed. I mean, it pretty looks like you reached your objective. But let me ask y'all something. If what Jose said was true, and Don was refusing to give Candace money while he was in Utah, we know she wasn't working. Who paid the light bill? Who paid, he was gone for a month? So who paid that month's power bill? I agree with that, Betty Jo. Totally agree. My last two lives are, the most recent one just got cleared again by YouTube for playing music in the background of a video I shared. I want to share this with y'all, and I want your thoughts.
Channel a day ago, and Don said some very interesting things. Yes, the same Ernie Shell that was arrested this morning for receiving stolen property $10,000 or more. Anyway, the one thing that not only caught my attention during the call he played, but it obviously caught Candace's attention too, because she typed in the chat, WTF. Don said the summer is very very beautiful, and she looks like his sister. He said it's so weird how much she looks like his sister. Red flags started going off in my head like crazy, and the chat was going crazy too, because we all know the allegations against him by his stepsisters. However, Don then clarifies that Summer looks just like his real sister, Sonia I think her name is. Ernie asked Candace if she knew that Don said that, and she of course replied no in the chat. She then asked Ernie to replay it, and so he did. Candace then types in the chat again that she is pissed, because Don is comparing Summer to his sister, and he even lets in a little giggle too.
So, in this video, they're assuming, when he says that about his sister, that he's talking about Sonia. But what if he was talking about Jeannie? I thought of that a lot, Betty Jo. Sonia in Utah with all the money. Yeah. What if he was saying that she was so beautiful because she looks like his sister Jeannie? That's my question. I'm going to play the rest of this right quick.
she's a beautiful little girl, man. Yeah. I mean, she's very beautiful, very beautiful. You know, what's strange is she looks like my sister. She looks so much like my sister. That one picture of her where she's in my, I had an old 83 Ford black truck. She's, me and her, I always took her to the store. Like if we went to the store for something, you know, I was like, Summer, you want to go? She's like, yeah, let's go. And but she ate some chocolate. She has that dirty face, so she gives that little funny little look, you know. And you've probably seen that picture, but she looks just like my sister. It's so weird. She looks just like my real sister, Sonia.
Sorry, y'all. I stepped out. Well, you never know, Cassie Roku. I guess we're waiting to see on that one. Sorry, y'all. Stepped out. I told y'all we was doing the little cupcake ceremony at midnight for the little man. He got a face smash. We did right quick. I stepped out to do that for just a minute and come back. You good, Amy? You good? I muted it so y'all wouldn't hear me singing happy birthday. Trust me, that is something you want to miss. Oh, he just had a cupcake. She just got him one of the big cupcakes. We're doing his party tomorrow. He went outside earlier and said, looked outside, turned around and started crying. And his mom asked him why. And he said, it's dark. It's not my birthday anymore. What I was trying to say before I left about Jose, about Tim Mullins. You got about Allie, about Andrew, about Candace, about Dawn, about Jody Sue, Andrew, Fred Hill, all these people that are involved in this case that have spoke out have issues of some sort, whether it's DVSA and or drugs and alcohol or mental issues. They all have some sort of problem, some sort of issue. And that the type of issue, the reason it's even important, people are like, why do you keep harping on it? Why do you say something? Why are you this? Okay. Let's say, for shits and giggles, that Jose and them story's true. Okay. Then when it comes time for somebody to testify in court, how much weight does their testimony hold? You know, how much weight will their testimony hold? Because at this point, there's not even a crime that's actually been committed associated with the disappearance of this little 5-year-old girl. Absolutely. Everyone is still a suspect. I agree. What's up, Miss Ashley? Everyone is still a suspect. No one's above reproach. Nobody, you know, one thing that YouTube and dealing with so many people associated with and out there is that not everybody thinks the way I do, which is cool. Y'all just heard her laughing. What?
Honey gave Jeremiah $10 for his birthday so we can go pick him out something tomorrow. And he ran off to the bathroom with it. We're like, what are you doing? He said, I need to wash it. He needs to wash the $10. I'm going to go help him.
Why does he need to wash it? Lord. Sorry, Little man got $10 for his birthday and decided that he had to go wash the money. What, Ashley? Do you think it was the person that you was telling me about, the same one that went to the bank and stuff, Miss Ashley 87? What's funny is it's my mama that gave him the money he wants to wash. I was waiting on Miss Ashley to answer me. I just can't help but feel that's what's up, Ashley. That's what's up. Between that and the bank stuff, she done burnt every bridge. I don't think, Carrie, there was anybody staying in the house. Ashley's father had passed. Oh. I done took some NyQuil. So I'm not going to be here long, guys. I'm going to have to pass out soon. Lacey has graciously agreed to allow me definitely 1 day a week, possibly 2, to borrow her car and start driving for point pickup until I find another job and or get my car fixed, whatever, both. I just need help with gas. So anybody that's able to do anything to help with gas would be greatly appreciated. Oh, that's dumb, Ashley. She should know you better. She should know you. I know you better, and I don't know you nowhere near as long as she does. Betty Joe, my car still broke down. I haven't been able to drive it since I put the water pump, the thermostat, the top radiator hose, the bottom radiator hose, and the radiator on it. It still won't even crank. And it's pushing fluid out. So, I honestly don't know. Wow, Brenda. Well, she's, like I said, she's going to let me borrow her car. I just got to put gas in it. Because I still have insurance and all that good stuff. And once I start, it'll be 2 weeks before I get my first check. But, hey, it's better than nothing. But I did take some NyQuil earlier, so I'm probably going to knock out pretty quick here. I have a song, it's called the AIM song. It's the American Indian Movement, basically theme song. I tried to find a version of it that isn't copyrighted and is for indigenous peoples. So, I was going to play it for y'all before I end it tonight. Also, it's also had a heater core and a starter, Betty Joe. And before we changed the radiator, it would crank, run, and drive. The radiator just had a hole in it, and now it won't do any of the above. I forgot what I was about to tell y'all. I'm gonna play the AIM song. Now, he was only gone for about a month and a half to Utah. Thank you, Miss Betty Jo. Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Any of y'all, I do have some updates on my son. If anybody wants those, just email or text me. I'm not putting it out here, but I do have news. Let me play the AIM song for you guys. And let me say, I'm using this under the copyright law, Copyright Act of 1976, Section 107, fair use for educational purposes. Again, this song is from, it's called the AIM song. Indigenous peoples shut down Dakota access pipelines. Daily convoys go out and shut them down. The AIM song is the song that is being sung right now. I just had to pause this so YouTube and everybody don't hit me with copyrights, which they probably will anyway. And again, that was the American Indian Movement song. Now I'm going to show you.
Check out this verbo.
See if I can get it past. Hold on. This is the honor song, the MMIW song, that I'm going to show you next.
Okay. So the next song that we want to sing is an honor song. And it is a rather heavy topic, but Tucson has the fourth highest rate of MMIW. And so we really want to honor all of our missing, murdered Indigenous women, children, and men and boys. And so we're going to sing this song for you, and just ask that while we're singing it, that you can be praying, right? That we're really going to put our prayers into this song. And this song came to me a couple of years ago, and I had the honor of singing it several times in various ceremonies, honoring our missing and murdered Indigenous women. So here we go.
yet easy-to-use tools and start leading more customers down the path to purchase.
Sorry guys, I got a little emotional. That the words to the song and just the emotion and the spiritualization that could be felt while listening to it were huge. It's almost 1 a.m. I'm gonna go give Lil Man some birthday love. Tomorrow night I might be able to get up here. I might be spending it with him as you know, I might be tuckered out after a 4-year-old's birthday party. What's up, Mr. Fuck You Mean? Where you been? You saw that one, just roll with it. Whew. Let's see. You know, if I hit the right button, it'd shock me.
Everyone knows Disney.
Hopefully I won't a little bit better. Not a lot. A little bit better. Yesterday was better than today. I'm gonna end, but I want to watch this one video with y'all.
Disney's Pocahontas, a movie that highlights some amazing portrayals of connections to nature, with a strong female protagonist. While inspiring, this was not the case. Pocahontas, also known as Matoaka, in reality was taken from her tribe and held for ransom as a bartering tool by English colonists at just 16 years old. To protect her tribe, she agreed to marry an Englishman as her last effort to keep the peace. She was then stripped of her culture, forced into Christianity, and murdered not long after bearing a child. This disregard for her life can be traced back to the basic prejudice against Indigenous lives, manifesting as a complete disregard for the value of Indigenous lives that the colonizers brought to this land from the beginning. This happened over 400 years ago, yet even now, Indigenous women and girls are still going missing, and not much is being done to stop it. Over 5,500 Indigenous women and girls are missing and murdered in the United States and Canada every year. And more than 84%, 1.5 million Indigenous women experience violence in their lifetimes, because the laws that were set up to govern them reflected those same inhumane attitudes and values which the tribal governments had to abide by. They achieved this by making the tribes both sovereign, meaning they had their own government, and dependent, which means they were also controlled by federal law. Additionally, the U.S. government created barriers preventing justice for crimes committed on tribal land and to tribal citizens, which were hidden in jurisdictions of local, state, federal, and tribal law. Many of these laws are still in use today and directly relate back to what is happening to these women and girls. First, the Major Crimes Act of 1885 mandated that all violent crimes committed on tribal lands were to be prosecuted by the federal government, which means that the U.S. government doesn't need to prioritize the tribe's needs, and that the tribes cannot make decisions without the U.S. government. Then there was Public Law 280 of 1953, which gave partial or total control to the state over tribes within their boundaries. This was a response to the tribe's pleas, but instead of giving control back to the indigenous people, they gave the states control over their judicial and criminal system. It's important to remember that up until this point, the indigenous people didn't have a guaranteed right to vote until the 1970s. They had no say over who was in the government that was controlling them. The third law is the Indian Civil Rights Act of 1968. This law states that Native governments cannot prosecute for more than $5,000 in fines and 1 year of jail time a person of their own tribe, even for a violent crime. They can't prosecute a non-Native person at all. They have to hand the case back to the U.S. government. By comparison, the average prison sentence for rape handed down by state or federal courts ranges from 8 to 13 years. This law was eventually combined with a new law called the Tribal Law and Order Act of 2010, which included 7 improvements to the Indian Civil Rights Act. These improvements finally gave indigenous tribes the ability to prosecute criminals, but only of indigenous descent. These laws still prevented significant consequences for non-Native perpetrators. While these laws allowed prosecution of non-Native suspects, it still had to be done at the state and federal level, and those courts rarely followed through. As a result, these criminals targeted indigenous women living in these areas because they knew they could get away with their crimes in those jurisdictions. Because of strict laws preventing high-stakes consequences to non-Native persons, non-Native perpetrators target indigenous women specifically living in these areas. They know they can get away with their crimes in those jurisdictions. In 2018 alone, the Urban Indian Health Institute reported 5,712 missing indigenous women and girls, with only 116 of them registered in the DOJ database, while the other 5,596 cases were turned into cold cases. The cases that were registered and transferred to state or federal court took years to get any form of justice, with only that 3-year sentence, the same as a petty crime. Everyone deserves the right to safety. The creation of a better, safer environment and livelihood is important. The U.S. needs to start prioritizing the lives of these women. Tribal jurisdictions need full authority and resources in order to protect their people, and the determination of a crime being fully charged and prosecuted should be the same for non-natives on and off of their lands.
My mother's child dances in darkness and sings heathen songs by the light of the moon, and watches the stars and renames the planets, and dreams she can reach them with a song and a broom. I am my mother's savage daughter, the one who runs barefoot, cursing sharp stones. I am my mother's savage daughter. I will not cut my hair, I will not lower my voice. We are all brought forth out of darkness into this world through blood and through pain, and deep in our bones the old songs are waking, so sing them with voices of thunder and rain. We are our mother's savage daughters, the ones who run barefoot, cursing sharp stones. We are our mother's savage daughters. We will not cut our hair, we will not lower our voice.
I think it's important to note that I watched the news. I scoured newspapers, local TV and radio stations in the Nevada area, because I know for a fact that in a 7-day period, 6 women went missing, some out of their homes on the reservation. Not one article, not one report, nothing. See, you got Alaska, where the pipeline workers have to work and have camps right near the reservation. And they know, hey, I'm the white man. I can go and do whatever to a native person on the tribal lands, and they can't come after me. And the white man's government won't come after me. And I know everybody's about left the chat. Nobody wants to hear this. It's hard to hear. It's hard to talk about. It's not prevalent. It's not being talked about. It's not out there. You know, you got Will Smith at the Grammys smacking Chris Rock, and people making videos arguing over whether it was real or not, getting 2 million views in less than 3 hours. But we got 6 American women, Native American women, go missing in less than 7 days. And not one damn newspaper article. Not one video on YouTube. Why? Somebody please tell me why. I know why. Because there's no money in it. But regardless, I'm not going to stop talking about it. I'm not going to stop drawing attention to it. I'm not going to stop making plans to be on reservations to get the real video, the real deal out there. Hey, Miss Libby, how you doing? I'm not going to stop. Doesn't matter if we go from 50 to 20 in the chat. Doesn't matter if people get tired of hearing it. Somebody's going to listen. Because I'm not going to shut up. I know it does. Just roll with it. I've been watching what you've been dropping. I found that one through the We Are Native. A lot of the stuff I found has been through the MMIW website. And
Now, I could be a jerk too if you want to be one jerk.
Bibbo, what racist rhetoric?
No, I don't want to hear. I'm not going to be. You want to play that game? You want to play this game?
Because I'm just trying to spread facts. It's a fact that these women went missing. And not one article, not one report Bilbo, it's not hate facts. And it's not about showing hate. It's about showing love, acceptance. And hoping for change through acceptance and love. Well, then you are beautiful. You don't need your mom to tell you that. The world should be telling you you're beautiful, no matter what your skin color, no matter what your national origin is. But should one group of people be treated less than? Can you say, Bilbo, you're amazing? Okay. It's not about hate. It's about awareness for a group of people who should get treated equally to any other person. Yeah, I think so, sir. Bilbo's asking to go to the block party. Bye, Bilbo. Don't let the door hit you where the good Lord split you.
Drinking water before
This is the last thing I'm just going to show before I say goodnight. The links for these videos will be shared in the description section of this live stream. Guys, just remember, I probably won't be on here tomorrow unless it's very late or very early, as we are doing Little Man's party and all tomorrow. Oh Lord, Betty Joe, I hope you find the baby. And it just keeps going up, Oklahoma. The statistics are just heart-wrenching. I will tell him happy birthday, y'all. Hopefully he's having a good one. And I will see y'all. If I don't see you tomorrow, we'll see you the next day. I'm working on another MMIW video as well as a summer video. You guys have a wonderful night, and peace, love, and light.